everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea and it's nice to have you guys here. Today I've got a bonus video. We've got an Amazon haul, a back to school Amazon haul, sort of. I guess it is still back to school season. My university has been back in session since mid-August, but it's September 9th as I'm filming this, and I know a lot of universities across the US are just starting to go back now. And overseas, I don't know. I feel like September is a little bit more common for a lot of overseas universities as well. So I think we're still in back to school season. So I'm not that late with back to school type content. I'm just late for my own back to school journey. So these in a way are kind of my yay, you survived the first 4 weeks kind of haul. So for those who are new, I'm not a student, but I am faculty at my local university. I'm a full-time writing instructor in a major writing programs, and yeah, I teach business writing primarily. I started doing back to school hauls. That was some of the first videos I made on this channel. My first year on YouTube, I was doing back to school hauls, I'm pretty sure. It'd be fun to go back and look at those because I was a PhD student, or I think I was a candidate by then. But yeah, so I did back to school hauls throughout my PhD, even though I wasn't needing the same kind of supplies. Once you get into grad school and then beyond as faculty, the back to school hauls just become a little bit different because it's more about what will just make the new semester feel nicer and not what are the supplies I actually need. I do love stationery, and I do love a good stationery and school supplies, office supplies kind of haul. So that's what we're diving into. The first thing, and probably the most boring thing of the haul, so we'll get it done and out of the way, is some more printer paper. So this is 24 pound 90 GSM 97 brightness, standard size 8.5 by 11, or that's standard size here in the US at least. Let me know in other countries. And 500 sheets. This will last me a fair amount of time because I don't print off a whole lot these days. Mainly I print off my roster sheets and grade sheets, and that's kind of the only thing I print anymore for my teaching work. If I did any more printing than that, I'd print it at my office on campus. And then I use print on demand pages for my planner. So that's what I tend to use paper for. And that's why I get the slightly heavier weight and extra bright paper. I just like nice bright white, slightly thicker paper for my planner, because then that means that certain inks and stuff don't bleed through the way they might on standard printer paper. So this is just Hammer Mill brand, made in the USA, which love to see that. And yeah, 99.99% jam free. So that's my new printer paper. That will probably last me until next autumn because I really don't go through that much. Then I got 2 notebooks, and I need to open this last package. So I'm filming all of this on Saturday. Some of the stuff arrived yesterday, but I was waiting to film until this last package arrived. So the 2 notebooks that I got are kind of the same thing. They're both focus notes by the Oxford brand, which I won't lie, put Oxford or England or something like that on a brand, and I probably will buy it. But I saw my friend Genevieve on her channel. I think it was on her My Complicated Life channel, not her writer channel. She did a stationery haul, and she found one of these, and it just looked really cool, so I wanted to get it. So it's a note-taking system comparable to the Cornell note-taking system, and so each page has, and they are perforated so you can tear them out, so each page has a space to put the date and the purpose, like subject of what the notes are going to be. You've got a cue column, and then a notes general notepad section, and then a summary at the bottom. So I don't know the Cornell note-taking system, but I liked how this was broken up. I liked that I could maybe put some things to look up in this column, notes of things in this column, and then summary or of what I learned or questions for the next time I sit down, that sort of thing. I'll probably look up the Cornell system and just see, because I love learning more about different study systems. But I liked the idea of this because I thought this might be good to help me with some projects I'm wanting to work on, as well as being just a place to kind of track things I'm looking up or projects I'm working on. And yeah, so I bought two. So I bought one that's spiral bound at the top that has perforations so you can tear out the pages. And then I bought one that's not spiral bound. And I got this one, but it's the same thing on the inside. This one is then, the difference is, this one is blank on the other side of the page, whereas I'm pretty sure this one, yeah, has the same thing on the other side. So you could tear it out or flip it over and have more notes on the back side. So they are slightly different. One of the reasons I got this one though is because I have two folios like this. Let me see if these are the same size, and they are. So this is pretty much the same size as the notepad that's already in here, and so I thought I could slip this into that because I love these notepads. I've got two of these. I got this really beautiful blue and rose gold one, and then I've got a cream and rose gold one, and they're both from Anthropologie, and I don't use them as much, but I thought maybe if I put a different kind of notepad in there, I would use it a little bit more. So yeah, I got two also so that I wouldn't like avoid using one, because that is my problem. I'll get a new notebook that seems really cool and then I don't want to write in it. So I'm hoping that by having two of these, and they're relatively affordable. This one was like $5 or $6. This one was like $8 or $9. So they're not that expensive. So I should just make myself use it because I can buy another one. These aren't special precious notebooks. I need to just use them. And I do have plenty of things for my coaching business, but also I mentioned in a recent video that I'm starting to think about and toy with, and don't quote me and hold me to anything, but I'm starting to think about looking into traditional publishing for another writing project that I have, but I need to do so much research on the querying process and how to do that and all of that. So I was thinking that notebook might be a good thing to do for all of that research. So we will see. I have ideas for uses for those notebooks. So the next thing I got were some sticky notes. I really like the look of these. I saw something similar on another YouTube channel that I follow, Ruby Granger. She's another YouTuber who I've kind of gotten really into recently. But she showed some of these like craft paper, like brown craft paper sticky notes. I also really like white sticky notes. I've gotten into those. I've got a bunch of these pads. But I liked these ones because there's a pack of lined ones, there's two square grid ones, and then there's two just plain ones. So I thought for autumn and winter in particular, I love brown craft paper like as just an aesthetic element in autumn and winter. So I thought this would go really nice with some of my stuff, with some of my planner stickers and things. So yeah, thought I would use these. So those are my new sticky notes. I always have plenty of sticky notes, but I do go through them, and so I like getting a new pack of sticky notes at least every autumn, if not getting some more in January as well, especially if they're a little bit different from the ones I currently have. Then I got some new highlighters, and I'm really curious about these. So these are by Bic, which I've not really used Bic brand stuff, but I really like my pastel highlighters. So I tend to use the Stabilo Swing Cool ones. I also have the thicker Stabilo Boss pastel highlighters. Love those, but I also liked the look of these, and these were not that expensive. I want to say they were like $6 for a pack of 12. So they come with 5 colors, or 6 colors. They come with 6 colors and 2 of each. So 2 pink, 2 peachy orange, 2 yellow, 2 blue, 2 purple, and 2 green. And just to kind of write these down. Okay, so this is what they look like kind of in swatch form. The yellow is probably the one that's like the most vibrant and the least pastel. It's not a full-on neon yellow, but it's not really a pastel yellow either. But as far as bleed through, it's not looking too bad. The only place where there's a slight bleed through is on the pink, which I don't even know if you'll be able to see, but it's really just where I ran over the pink twice, so it's a double layer of ink and it bled through a tiny bit there. The test will be on regular planner paper because that is where my Stabilos sometimes bleed through when they're super fresh. So I don't know, they're pretty similar in terms of bleed through. The bottom pink and the top orange here are both the Stabilo, and then the outer lines are the Bic ones. They're pretty similar, especially where the ink is a little bit heavier. I don't think it's completely solved that problem, but these are cheaper than the Swing Cools for a pack of 12. So the price was really good. They're at least the same quality as the Stabilo ones, but now I have another set of pastel highlighters that I can stash in different places, because I'd say the color swatching, didn't intend for this to be like a full comparison video, but I'd say the color swatching is almost identical, and that's important to me. So the short lines here are the Stabilo ones, so you can see the color comparison is pretty much exactly the same. I use these colors, these pastel shades, minus the yellow. I don't really use the yellow as much, but I use all the other colors as part of my color coding for all of my projects and all of my tasks. So depending on whether I'm tracking stuff on my main planner pages or in my writing tracker pages, these are the colors that I use. And I like having a stash of highlighters here at my desk in my pen case. I use similar color coding for all of my classes. So like my 2 online classes are pink and yellow, and then the purple, green, and blue are for my 3 hybrid classes on Tuesday. So I use color coding a lot. I want to be able to have a full stash of all of these colors in all the different places I could need them, so that if I forget to put them in a pen case, like there's already a stash in there, kind of a thing. So like I'll be able to put a whole stash of these in my work bag and still have a whole stash of these to put somewhere else. Plus I've got my stash of, my original stash of Stabilos. So I figured it was worth the price to see, and so far they are pretty much exactly the same as far as bleed through, as far as color, all of that. So there you go. That is the comparison of the Bic Bright Liner Pastel highlighters compared to the Stabilo Swing Cools and Stabilo Bosses that you did not ask for, but I've given it to you anyway. So you're welcome. So those are the highlighters that I bought. Just the last few things. I got 3 different sets of stickers. So we've got 2 little sets and then 1 larger envelope. I love getting stickers to kind of relate with the seasons. These have a bunch of different bags, but they're all kind of vintage aesthetic. So these have some like old-fashioned black and white line drawings. These have also vintage style drawings. There's some license plates on the back of those. We've got some like old vintage signs, but also some vintage florals. This one had more travel stuff, travel related things. I see a Tower Bridge in here. I wanted some London stickers because I was just in the mood for some London stickers. So I've got Tower Bridge and Buckingham Palace down here at the bottom. I've got these ones. Got these ones, got a phone box on that one, and a bus. I've got some Paris vintage postage stamp type things, and then these. I thought those were really cute. Some more vintagey style travel related stickers, and then this looks like it's a bunch of like vintage tickets and things. So I thought that could be cool for my planner. And then these packs. I've really been liking these little teeny tiny box. They're typically like 1-inch stickers. They're perfect for my planner. And these always come with several designs and then 2 of each design. So just going through some of these quickly. We've got some vintage suitcases, a passport book. We've got a globe and a camera. We've got some Eiffel Towers. I really like these little envelope letters, phone boxes. So lots of cute like travel related, travel themed stickers there. And then we've got this little pack. And these are all kind of autumnal fall themed stickers, which again, I am totally here for. So we've got some pine cones and like berries and leaves and lots of different styles of leaves and acorns. So love those. I have a set of like woodland themed stickers that I got last year, so I still have some of those, and then I got these as well. So those are all the stickers. And then the last thing I got is a new pen case. The pen case that I have is right here in front of me. Let me zip it up a little bit so it doesn't all fall out. So I love this case. It's not meant to be a pen case. I think it's meant to be a cosmetic case. So I will totally repurpose this for some other use. But it's by Ted Baker. I absolutely love it. I do like the little handle at the top. I like that it's a full zip around and then it opens up. It has the one pocket here that I keep SD cards and stuff in, but then it's all open, which is generally nice, but has been a bit of a problem. So I keep everything I need to work in this pen case. It also stores my battery charger and spare battery for my vlogging camera. It stores my wrist pads for writing. It stores quite a lot. The only thing it no longer fits is my charging cable for my MacBook, because my new MacBook came with a slightly larger charging cable. So it fits a lot. I've got sticky notes, I've got wired headphones that work with my laptop, I've got page flags, tons of different sticky notes. I've got a little like pill case that I use. I've got a bunch of different pens, and then I will always scoop these up and dump these in here and then go. And so this just kind of fits on my desk under my monitor and kind of can be its own little like drawer that I pull out and find stuff, and then certain things just always go back and live in here. The problem is this main compartment here, just as you can see, it ends up just an absolute jumbled mess. And I have to take out half the things to get to anything at the bottom. I wanted something that would have a little bit more internal organization. So I had a look online for tech cases and organizers, and I found this. It is not visually as pretty as my Ted Baker one, I admit that, but it is still a nice pink. It also comes with a handle. If nothing else, I will save this and use this for travel. So like I might end up putting everything back in the Ted Baker one just because aesthetically it looks nicer, but we're gonna try this one out. So this one has a nice external pocket on the outside, and then on the inside, we've got these adjustable, movable, dividers, which I thought was really cool. So this will be where I put some of the bigger things that I do want a little bit more loose. But then we've got all of these elastics. So like I figured my headphones would work perfectly in there. And then this folds down. You've got some more elastic secured places. You've got a zipper pocket here that would be good for some things. A pocket here, and then a pen loop thing here. So I just thought all combined, this might solve some of the organization problems that I've had going on. So we will see. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I've got a flashing battery light, so I'm going to wrap this up because this has definitely gotten to be a long haul. Now you know why I didn't want to shove this into a vlog. But yeah, let me know if you've gotten any new